Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 21st, 2023 Venus Reemerging as the Morning Star reading for you. Now, this is a powerful shift in our relationships time, so it's a really intense, beautiful time for us. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or an animal healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. And if you're having difficulty booking on the website, then please email me at daneharttarot@gmail.com. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see, Cancer, the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. This is rebirth. Okay. So just know that we need to be mindful of this period, August 21st, when Venus is reborn. She comes out of the underworld. It's a time of death and rebirth. And we can be having a bit of difficulty with this time. This time can be very intense for us. It can be very overpowering for us. We can feel like we're stuck. We're not quite reborn, right? Not quite transformed the way that we want it to be. So just be aware of this. There's this energy of rebirth around us during this time period, but there's this sense of being stuck or being overwhelmed that's also coming through. So just be very aware of this during this time. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and Spirit guides, angels. Here we have divinity. Divinity is guiding us during this time. Absolutely know that. Divinity is guiding you. Divinity is coming forward right now in the face of Venus, or with the face of Venus, the face of love. So Venus disappeared on the 6th of August from our night sky. And she was then exactly conjunct the sun on the 13th of August. And on the 21st of August, she will be reemerging as the morning star. Her face will be changing, right? Kind of like the faces of the moon. The Venus is changing her face, her space in the night sky. And if you want to hear more about this, or if this interests you, check out Heather Ensworth, who I will have linked in the description box below. Check out her site, and she goes in depth about Venus reemerging as the morning star and the myth of Inanna, who is directly correlated and connected to Venus, to Venus rising as the morning star. So it's beautiful, it's transformative, and it's a time when the divine shines around us, but within our relationships, within what we're searching for, what we love, what we desire within our lives, like what we're moving forward towards. So be aware of this during this time. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Oh, I love you. Come through as the Knight of Cups. And then the Chariot right here, which are also represented as in the major arcana, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Okay. There's an ending that's coming forward during this time. somebody's not going to be giving the whole truth forward. So that's going to be something that's a little bit interesting, but there's also going to be a sense of I need to find my voice. I need to embrace my power. I need to know where I stand. You're going on a bit of a solo journey, even though I know the Six of Swords has other people in it. Very much see this as a solo journey, connecting with the sacred feminine, the sacred masculine, and the inner child of yourself. And there's going to be a powerful rebirth. It doesn't have to be around, it doesn't have to be on the 21st of August, but there's going to be a powerful rebirth around the 21st of August, around this time frame. Was as Venus reemerges, we're reemerging, reconnecting with our hearts in a profound and an intense way. Now, Venus's time out of sight in the night sky has a profound effect on us, which I never knew. I think this is so cool. This is a time of making us face aspects of ourselves we need to come back in alignment with. We need to come back into a relationship with. We've been pushing it away. We've been pushing ourselves away. Now, this also is a time of working on intense issues in our relationships with significant people in our lives. It's like intense issues that hold us back, that keep us stuck, that keep us from moving forward the way that we want to, the way that we need to. And it can be that we work them out with that person. It can be we're working them out internally. Intense issues doesn't mean that it has to be bad. It's just more like all the relationships are more intense. They're more powerful than we had thought they would be, during this time. However, this is a time of manifestation. It's a time to manifest in our lives a profound and intense change and transformation in love, in the way that we connect with love, in the way that we see love. And there's going to be a sense of a freeing of the heart during this time. On the 21st of August, Venus emerges as the morning star, as the sun is almost exactly conjunct the royal star of Regulus. And this is the star right at the heart of the constellation of Leo, the heart of the lion, the heart of courage. And Venus will be very close to the head of the serpent of the constellation of Hydra. And Hydra, the serpent is the oldest symbol of the sacred feminine. Hydra symbolizing the sacred feminine. As Venus emerges from the underworld, so is the sacred feminine, the goddess energy, emerging from the underworld. And we're connecting with both the god and the goddess within us. We're connecting with the masculine and the feminine energy of this earth, of ourselves, of our souls. And we're finding new harmony within our lives. It moves us as the Knight of Cups. Now, what's so interesting with this Knight of Cups is that he's holding the cup, and the cups are supposed to be the Holy Grail. Like, whether you believe in that or not, that the Holy Grail is the cup that is supposed to have caught the blood of Christ when he was crucified. So, and again, whether that's your religion, your mythology, your belief, it doesn't matter. It's supposed to symbolize something so terribly holy and sacred, and yet he's looking away from it. He's looking over his shoulder at the past. He's looking over his shoulder. What are we connecting with love that has passed and is over? Instead of moving forward in the love that we need to be present in right here, right now. The white horse is important. In Celtic mythology, white animals were animals of the spirit world. And so the white horse is moving us forward, also connected with the spirit world. So we are moving forward. And if we start to look at our hearts, we start to look at what guides us too. Because as we look ahead, we see the horse, beneath us. And we see that spirit is also guiding us in love and connection. Forgiveness is going to be a huge part of this energy during this time. I just see it as something profound and powerful. I love Qigong, right? And I do Spring Forest Qigong, which I also have linked in the description box below if you want to check it out. And if you don't, that's cool. But the master of Qigong, of Spring Forest Qigong, is Master Lin. And Master Lin tells of how he started. And he tells the story of how he had to forgive. And he said that his master, that he was learning from, and master just simply means teacher, was like, well, you have to forgive these people. And Master Lin grew up in communist China, and he's like, I'm not going to forgive them. I don't want to. They did terrible things to me and my family, and I'm not going to forgive. And his master was like, fine, don't. But kind of like you're sitting here, and you don't have to mean it. You can say, I have to say I forgive you, but I don't mean it, or I'm lying to say that I forgive you, but I forgive you. And he had to say that. I think he had to say that 500 times, or he had to sit there for 5 hours. And just to make it go faster as he was doing it, he just started to say, I forgive you, I forgive you. He had terrible arthritis, terrible depression. And he said that he was lighter when he stood up from that session, when he finished that exercise that his master made him do. And I've challenged myself to do that. Maybe not the 5 hours, definitely not the 5 hours. If it was 5 hours, I can't remember the story quite correctly, or if it was 500 times. But to sit and to forgive. Because during this time that Venus has been in the underworld, I saw a picture of somebody, of a couple somebodies that I wasn't expecting ever to see again in my life. And they were just pictures. And one of them especially, I was so angry. And this was my first year third grade teacher. And I was so good at third grade, I had to do it twice. And I didn't realize I was still so angry at her. And that was like a zillion million years ago. So to sit in forgiveness, I think for me personally, Venus has moved my heart that way. So I wanted to share that with you guys. If you want to do that with me, if you don't, totally cool. I mean, you do you, right? With the Six of Swords, we're moving forward. And I see this as you're going to be connecting with the sacred feminine, the sacred masculine, and the inner child. Some way during this time, during this journey, that is what you're moving forward in. But there's an apprehension with the connection of them. So just be aware of this. Be aware of this during this time, that as you are moving forward, there needs to be an honoring of the multifaceted aspects of yourself, your heart, your love, and what you desire in your life. With the Chariot, this is you in the major arcana. So this is the essence of yourself. Again, the white horse, the spirit world. The black horse can be the earthly plane, right? So we have the spirit world and the earthly plane guiding you forward. Do not let either one take the reins, like pull more than the other. That's why the charioteer has to keep the horses in alignment, or else they will make you topple over. So here, know that as you move forward, your connection of your heart, your connection with your instincts, your connection with what you love and desire is also connected with keeping these horses in alignment with you, with the way that you're moving forward, with what you're going after in your life, with where you need to be. And there's a sense of movement, and there's a sense of profound movement, a profound shift during this time, and during this stepping into your essence, your desire, and where you need to be for yourself. Here, Cancer. With the Ace of Swords reversed, I did see this first and foremost as a lie, like somebody's like trying to stick the knife in. So just be aware of that. And I don't know exactly why that is, but that's definitely a warning from Spirit coming forward. There is also a sense here of needing to pull out the truth for yourself. I'm just seeing kind of like Arthur taking Excalibur, pulling Excalibur out of the sword, like the sword in the rock, pulling Excalibur out of the rock and claiming your birthright. So there's a sense here of claiming your birthright during this time, your passion, your desire, what you want, what you need, what you're looking forward to and towards, and how you're standing in your world. But there are lies that are going to come forward. There's kind of a stumbling over words and not able to express exactly what is wanted or what you had desired or what you had thought. So just be aware of this during this time, that it almost seems like there's a stopper being put in things. And yet with the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from what is no longer needed or wanted. At the end of all of this, it's not just on the 21st, it's the energy that has been leading up to this for so long. It's like you're unraveling a ball of yarn, right? And I don't know if anybody knits or crochets or works with yarn at all, but I do. And unraveling yarn can be so annoying, annoying, and it gets knots in it. And even embroidery, like it gets knots in it, and it can be so long that you're just sitting there trying to untangle things. You're walking away from it. I know you have untangled it, but there's a sense here of like, oh yeah, I don't need to use this anymore, or I don't want this anymore. And now I'm moving forward in the way that I want to, I need to. There's a release of anger, but there's also a connection with love during this time. You're going to see that you're looking at things and you're going to be really open with yourself. What makes you angry? What doesn't make you angry? How you need to move forward? How you need to, express what you want, express what you need, go after what you desire, type of thing. And you're going to be finding a new voice, a new space. But a release of anger is going to be huge during this time. Or even just realizing that makes me angry. Like, I don't like that. that's going to be a very big revelation that comes through, because it's like, well, I spent so much time on this, but I don't like it. So just be aware. It's like, okay, I'm done now. Walking away, end scene. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And it's the Two of Pentacles reversed. We don't need to balance everything. We don't. It actually, we're kind of going to be rubbish at it. We're not going to be that good at it during this time. So just be aware that there's a lot of things that we're balancing. We're trying to get just right, just so, and we're kind of going to stink at it. So not balancing, but saying we're doing one thing at a time, and really also needing to embrace our voice. And our voice isn't just talking. It's listening to ourselves, and it's being in alignment with our life path and our life purpose, which I know, right? That's a small thing, right? Be in alignment with your life purpose. But that energy is going to be coming forward. We can find it very easy to turn away from it, but seizing it and saying, okay, how do I hear me? How do I speak to me? And how do I know my purpose forward is going to be a very big deal. Our subconscious spirit message is hope, is hope. A world without hope is not a world worth living in. Hope was the only thing left in Pandora's box when all the chaos was released onto the world. Move forward in hope. It's not foolish. Some of us think, oh, hope is foolish, it's lies. No, it's not. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Our subconscious tarot message is the Five of Swords. We're going to be facing a battle. We've faced it before. The people that we are facing it with, like the demons that we are facing, because I don't necessarily see these as real people coming forward in our lives. It can just be like we get a picture, right? What we're facing is going to show us more of what we're holding inside than we realized. But I'm just seeing like breathing out smoke monsters. Smoke monsters. It's very odd, but it's like breathe out, and you breathe out this smoke that's like in the shape of dragons, in the shape of monsters. I don't know if this is a dream, but you can be having very intense dreams during this time. But it's a release of a lot of toxicity and negativity in you. And it is a conquering, and it's a winning. It's not being sportsmanlike, okay? Because these swords depict medieval times. Back in medieval times, if you were to win a battle and then give your opponent back their swords, people would look at you like you were absolutely mad. Your sword was your everything, and if you lost it, your family lost rank, you lost power. It was devastating. But if you gave it back to the person, it was humiliating. So here, taking that sword, taking that power, moving forward is your right. And that is what you are expected to do. So just know that. Take your power and move forward. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Cancer, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.